You know, for a long time I've wanted to talk about what makes a gamer. I thought of all these witty ways to talk down, to complain and yell at those that just didn't get it, and some that never will. Why I have tubs full of retro games, why I got into collecting all those years ago, why even as an adult I find myself losing evening after evening getting immersed in all sorts of fantastical worlds, when I know that right outside my room there's a very real one, with more pressing matters, a more mundane life. Some look at it as a waste of time and money, that eventually the game has to come to an end, no matter how much you wish it didn't have to. Others argue that it's a futile expression of childish wants and desires, that video games can't bring true happiness or joy, that a video game's a kid's toy and nothing more, and that it's time to grow up, to enter the routine of normalcy. It can't be healthy to disconnect, it can't be right to step away, it can't be right to get invested. The idea that a medium can bring people thousands of miles away seems foreign, the memories shared meaningless to unwavering, judgmental eyes. The idea that adults share their free time chasing the memories and adventures of yesterday seems laughable. The idea of investing time in your life into these memories seems like time that could have been spent on the meaningful, when to the person spending it, it clearly already has. It's weak to shed a tear at a game, it's unmanly to like that cute character, it's too unfeminine to want to rip and tear, and it's definitely childish to still be playing video games. These people sadly lose the point. Their judgment at face value clouds reality, and in their stubbornness they shut an entire world that isn't too different from their own. For every Super Bowl party, there's a LAN party. For every fantasy league, there's someone looking to conquer the Pokemon League. At the end of the day, the same things tie us together that hold us apart. We all have a habit of picking up some silly things we don't need. We all have a habit of getting carried away every now and then. We all get too invested in something. We all make mistakes. We all regret not going to bed an hour earlier now and then. But if there's one thing none of us ever regrets, that's spending time with those we care about. You see, when you start with a broad question like what makes a gamer, there isn't really an answer. We're all so different. We all have different likes, dislikes, desires, interests, lives away from it. Some of us spend our whole lives gaming, some pick it up later in life, some decide one day it's time to turn the console off for good. Some of us play 20 minutes, some of us play 10 hours, some of us play only on mobile, some of us have every console ever made. It's an impossible question. It's hard to lump even with the broadest of stereotypes, even with the most hardcore people, even with gatekeepers that pretend this hobby or any other is some sort of exclusive club. There is one thing we all have in common though, both with each other and those who try to overbear and those who don't even enjoy video games at all. It's memories. Reaching the goal for the first time, laughing with your friends, making a friend in the most unexpected of places. Improving yourself in any small way you can, that moment of rest before the panic of the real world has a setback in. Every task has a goal, every mission a finish line, but when you flick that switch off, you know that the memories will last a lifetime. And when you come back all those years later, you dust off that old cartridge and you plop that disc back in, you're right back there. You're getting that star, you're beating your friend for the first time, you're on the playground, you're at your house, you can smell the pizza, you can feel that warm glow of the TV on your skin, you're right there again. Close your eyes for a minute and think of the first game you ever beat. The feelings that washed over you at the time. Or think of that Christmas that changed your life forever. Think of finding that game at a store just when you thought you never would. Think of rushing to your friend's house after school. Think of the long lines at the store and the shared moments with people you might never see again. Think of your first time playing a game online. That first time that a player helped you with something or gave you something to encourage you to keep playing for no other reason than because they wanted to. Think of raids and trades and all those sleepovers where that one kid kept picking odd job and you thought he was an absolute asshole, but you had fun anyway. Think of the first game you ever bought with your own money. Think of getting off work and rushing home to hop on and experience something new with your friends. Think of beating that level for the first time, just when you thought you were going to give up. If you made a career out of playing video games, think of the first time you played for an audience, or the first time you submitted a speedrun. And if it was time to turn off the console, maybe try to think of why you turned it on in the first place. No matter who we are, no matter what interests or hobbies we have, or how seriously we take them, what we play, what we watch, what we do with our lives, be that yesterday, today, or tomorrow, we all strive to make memories. And we all strive to be a part of someone else's. We don't even know it at the time. Thank you.